And something in me like just kind of like clicked, and I was like, if I don't get it together in some way, whether it be through fitness or with religion or with my mental health or with all three, I'm going to end down the exact same path that my dad went through. And I was like, this cannot happen. Alright, hi, my name is Carolyn DeRosa. I'm a sophomore student here at Penn State University, and I'm actually not in college right now. From a very young age, I kind of knew that something was very wrong with my family. And as I grew older, I started to realize that my dad struggled with addiction. He struggled with an alcohol addiction primarily, and then it got worse over the years. And by the time I was a senior in high school, he was a full-blown addict. And there was really nothing I could do about it. Although things weren't necessarily violent when I grew up, there were a lot of key moments that were very violent, and we've had to call the police maybe like twice before, but I was still super worried about my mom's safety, to the point where it even affected my sleep. One day I received a call from my mom. It was right after, I remember it was the day after I took my Asian art history final. She said, hey, your dad and I got in a physical altercation, and she said, I really need help moving out, and if you could come down and help me, I would appreciate it a lot. Quickly told my job, like, hey, I have a family emergency, I have to go, and I went down to my little small city in Pennsylvania, and without anybody knowing, I basically moved my mom's bigger stuff out of my house in about probably 6 hours, stayed at a friend's house overnight and told no one. And then a couple of days later, went back down and helped her move out everything in a day into a friend's house that she had. It was a really like frightening moment for me to have to like quickly put things in boxes and say like, hey mom, what's this, where is this going, how are we gonna fit this in my car? I even remember like after the first time I went down there, my house has like a fence around it, and I pulled my car into the fence. And when I pulled my car out of the fence, I thought, oh no, when dad comes home, he's gonna see car tracks out. And I remember like taking my foot and like scrubbing against the grass to cover up the car tracks. And it was just like one of those things where I just wasn't, I don't know, like survival mode. So it was really intense. After this whole experience, I was very depressed. I've gained a lot of weight. I don't like being outside. I feel like I'm being constantly followed everywhere I go. I had nightmares, at least 3 every night, couldn't fall asleep at all. And I was like, I have to take my health seriously.
Come on, Carolyn. Nice.
I've always kind of been like weightlifting, kind of in and out throughout like high school. I did musical theater, so I realized I had to stay in some type of shape. Was that shape very good? No, but I still can't do a pull-up, but I'm progressing a lot. And I even used climbing, which is a sport that I found here at Penn State, even though I didn't really know how to do it. It was something that always excited me, and I would kind of brag a bit about it to my friends.
Nice.
After everything happened, there was a climbing competition here at Penn State, and I was like, what the heck, I'll go train for a climbing competition because it gives me a goal to be able to achieve. So I trained my butt off for like 4 weeks, came in last place, and I was like, that was fun, let's do it again. So now I use climbing as something to be able to do. I never really did a sport in high school, and that was one of my biggest regrets going out of high school, is that I never did a sport. And I was like, well, this can be my sport now. So yeah. I do a lot of songwriting. I've been like consistently writing songs since about June of last year. This year, I'm just kind of like focusing on using music to express myself in a way that's healthy, in a way that tells my story, in a way that's kind of enjoyable to listen to.
So I've been really struggling to find a church up here, but in the meantime, I've been involved in a prayer group called Bread of Life, organized by Newman Catholic.
I've always loved singing. I've been in church worship team since I was in 7th grade. I've been in choir since I was like 4th grade, and then I did musical theater from 8th grade to 12th grade.
But then, after I converted to Christianity, I started using my voice to sing for God. For me, though, to be able to help cope with the stage and the season that I'm in right now, man, I sing. I sing about being sad. I sing about being happy. I sing about not knowing what to do. I sing about all the trauma that I've been through. Not all of it, but I sing about the trauma that I've been through. I sing about breaking a generational curse within my family. I sing about wanting to get better and feeling sad and not knowing what to do. And it's so helpful. Like, it's so nice to be able to express myself in a way that I personally identify with even before Christ came into my life. And now being able to use it for Christ in the way that I'm going, it's beautiful. Here's our few things. My last name is DeRosa, right? It means the rose in Italian. Before a rose is a rose, it's a seed. And the seed, as all seeds are placed into the ground and they're covered with dirt. They can't see the sunlight, right? That's how all seeds are. And in order for a seed to grow, it has to achieve 3 things. It has to be covered in water at one point. It has to be doused in water. It has to receive UV rays from the sun that it can't even see yet. And it has to root itself further in the ground, so that way it can't be moved once it grows to its fullest potential, right? For me, like, I don't want to see myself as being buried in the dirt. I don't want to see myself constantly being drowned in water. I don't want to be, woe is me when I think about the sun that's overtop the soil, right? I want to get better, and I want to grow, and I want to learn. Roses are positive things in people's lives. Roses symbolize love and beauty and courage and sacrifice and so many amazing positive things, right? And I want to be those things. And I want to grow from this situation. Being a light to the world as a Christian, I'm getting better. I can already see the fruit of this season in my life. So yeah, I'm getting better.